What's up, everybody? Justin back with a new part 2 of my top 20 moments of the decade in wrestling 2010 to 2019. Yes, it is New Year's. We're in a new year. We're in a new fucking decade. It is 2020. That is crazy. That is unreal. So when I was a kid, I never thought that it was like possible to make it to 2020. I don't know. I thought the world would probably be over, I thought, by 2010. But thankfully, it is not. So here we go. This is part 2 of my top 20 moments of the decade in wrestling. Number 10 down to number 1. Here we go. Number 10. The WWE Network debuts. The debut of the WWE Network. It was epic. The first day was signing up. From when I signed up on the first day, it was kind of a mess. It was a pretty fucking mess. It took like 2 or 3, 4 hours to sign up, and then I couldn't really watch anything. When I tried to watch pay-per-views, they froze. And it restart and freeze and not move. You had to stop the video and try to start it again. But it was the first day of the network. They fixed it pretty quick. When they usually have glitches, they fix it pretty damn fast. So, the debut of the WWE Network is number 10. For me, it was a dream come true. It really was. I never thought growing up as a kid and a teenager, I never thought someday I'll have a wrestling network to watch. A whole bunch of old stuff and current pay-per-views for only $10. And NXT takeovers. So a funny story about the WWE Network. I think it was supposed to debut in 2012 or 2013 because they put out a video package that the network was coming in 2012. You can find the video promo on YouTube. Just type in like, I don't know, WWE Network 2012, and you can find it. It's a very well done, pretty cool video. So instead of 2012, the network debuted in 2014 in February. As I said, I signed up for it the first day. And I've been a subscriber ever since. Will I get rid of the network ever or someday? I doubt it. I really doubt it. So number 10, the WWE Network debuts in the decade of 2010 to 2019. Number 9, Ronda Rousey makes her WWE debut. Ronda Rousey comes to WWE. That was big. Like her or not, love her or hate her, she is a big fucking star. She's a huge name. WWE was very lucky to get her. I know she's a wrestling fan, and that's probably why she signed. She also got paid probably a ton. Probably a couple million a year. I did not expect Ronda Rousey to be as good as she was in the ring, as fast as she was. Her debut match, WrestleMania, 34, my goodness. She was fucking good. She was a natural. She was like Kurt Angle. She was a fucking natural. And picked up wrestling and picked up the business in like a snap of a finger. So number 9, Ronda Rousey's WWE debut. I still think that, I really do still think that the WWE in the women's division could still use Ronda Rousey. I'm not saying they need her, but they could use her still. Number 8 is, trying to check. I can't find number 8 where I wrote it down. So, okay, here it is. Number 8 is AJ Styles. He was, in the decade, AJ Styles was IWGP Heavyweight Champion, TNA Impact Wrestling Champion, WWE Champion, and Ring of Honor Champion. My goodness. Number 8, AJ Styles. Also go back to NWA TNA days. In 03, the guy held the NWA Championship, NWA World Title. So AJ Styles, the guy is a GOAT. The guy is really one of the greats of all time. To be a world champion for 5 different promotions, that's crazy. I mean, he was NWA champ when NWA was kind of dead, but still, it was the NWA title. Number 7, Sting debuts in the WWE. Number 7, Sting comes to the WWE finally. I did not agree with him losing to Triple H at WrestleMania 31. I did not agree with that. I would have booked Sting to win. That is like so fucking easy to come up with. You should have put Sting over Triple H. What the fuck were you thinking, Vince? I know what you were thinking. Sting is WCW, Triple H is WWE. Let's crush and bury WCW for good, I guess. I don't get it. I guess that was Vince's thinking. I'm gonna bury WCW once and for all. Well, they were already fucking buried when you bought them in 2001. You already crushed them and put them out of business. When you bought them, you bought your competition. And in 2020, I bet you Vince somehow buys Ring of Honor or Impact Wrestling. That's just a prediction. So, God, Sting losing at his WrestleMania debut was sad. Just an awful, awful booking decision. Still, without the WrestleMania loss, I didn't like how Sting's WWE career ended. His wrestling career ended because of an injury that Seth Rollins gave to him. I'm not going to blame Seth. I'm not going to say, fuck him, I hate him, he ended Sting's career. I don't believe that. Sting got injured. I think it was an accident. He shouldn't have been taking a buckle bomb at his age, in my opinion. That spot shouldn't have even happened. That was stupid to do it. But, just imagine if Sting never got hurt at that Night of Champions. We could have got Sting Undertaker at the next WrestleMania because he would have never got hurt. That's really, really, really sad that Sting's career ended because of an injury. The guy did not get to walk away on his own terms. And if you watch this WWE Network Untold Sting in the WWE, or coming to WWE, Sting talks in that documentary, WWE Untold, and he basically says that he's not happy with how he had to retire. I don't think he's happy with it. How could you be? I wouldn't be. I don't care if I was 65 years old. I wouldn't be happy with having my last match be a fucking injury. A really severe injury where you had to retire. And Sting retired at the Hall of Fame. Does he regret it? Maybe. I still think he wants one more match with The Undertaker. But, again, Sting shouldn't have lost to Triple H. And I hate it that he got injured. But still, it was cool to see him in a WWE ring on Raw and Survivor Series. And it was cool to see him at WrestleMania. And it was cool to see him have a match on a Monday Night Raw. And it was cool to see him get a WWE title shot. Number 6, The Undertaker streak ends. The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak comes to an end at WrestleMania 30, 21-1. What did Paul Heyman say? Eat, defeat the streak, or eat, sleep, defeat the streak. Well, Brock defeated the streak. Like it or not, it was defeated in the decade. In the last decade, the streak ended. Legendary, just iconic WrestleMania streak of The Undertaker ended at WrestleMania 30 in 2014, where he was 21-1. I don't think we'll ever get another WrestleMania undefeated streak ever to defeat The Undertaker's record of 21-1. Number 5, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble is number 5. It was historic. I loved it. I loved it that they decided to finally do one, and they better do them every fucking year from now on. And I was so happy with Asuka winning the first Women's Royal Rumble. She'll go down in the history books as the very first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner. I love Asuka. She's my favorite wrestler. Not just WWE superstar favorite, but Asuka's my favorite out of any other wrestler. So number 5, again, is the Women's Royal Rumble matchup, the first ever. By the way, this is my top 20 moments of the decade in wrestling, 2010 to 2019. Number 4, NXT on USA. NXT debuts on the USA Network. It was, to me, it was surprising, kind of shocking. And my God, what a move. Since NXT has been live on USA, every single live show has been really fucking good and just off the hook and really awesome. All the talent have stepped their game up in NXT. They're all main event talents, how they work. You can tell they're hungry, they're young. They want to grab the brass ring, and they want to grab the business by the balls and just blow everybody's mind, and just blow every fan's mind, and just have every fan say after every NXT live on USA, NXT and Triple H wants every fan to say, oh my fucking God, that was an awesome show. And that's what we have gotten so far, in my opinion. I've yet to be disappointed by NXT. So number 4, again, NXT on USA Network. Would have it went on USA Network without AEW on TNT? I doubt it, but so what? So, number three. By the way, about NXT on USA, when 2019 started last January 1st, 2019, when it started, I never thought NXT would be on USA for 2 hours on Wednesdays. I never thought it'd be head-to-head against AEW. And by January 1st, 2019, I did not even think AEW would get a TV deal either. Number 3, Smackdown on Fox. Smackdown on Fox. I'm not talking about the Fox News channel, because that stands for Fake News Network, in my opinion. They should just call themselves the Trump Network. I fucking hate Fox News. Anyways. Number 3, Smackdown on Fox, the TV network Fox, not Fox News, even though they're owned by the same damn people. Just please, on Smackdown, don't ever mention Fox News, ever. So, again, number 3, Smackdown debuts on Fox. It's a big deal. It was a big deal. Now, every week on Friday nights, I'm going to be honest. I don't think Smackdown is that good. I like the talents, but they need bigger names, bigger stars, in my opinion. Their biggest stars are only New Day, Roman, Daniel Bryan, and The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Who else do they got? Nobody I really care about. They got The Miz, but I don't really care for The Miz anymore. I don't hate the guy, but The Miz, I don't look at him as a main eventer anymore. The guy's not a major huge star. He's not. Now, New Day, they're big stars. They always get a great reaction. Roman is a big star. He shouldn't be the top guy, but he is a big star. And someday, maybe in 2020 or later, Roman will be the top guy again. Fine. I don't have a problem with it. So, Smackdown on Fox every Fridays has not been that good. I enjoy Raw a lot better. I'm going to say it. I like Monday Night Raw a lot better than SmackDown. Ever since SmackDown has been on Fox, I've not been feeling it. I don't know why. I just feel that it's a weak show. It doesn't feel like a big event or a big show, ever, on Fox. Maybe it's because they don't have huge talents like The Rock or Stone Cold. I don't know. But they need more bigger names on SmackDown on Fox. In my opinion, Raw has the bigger names. They got Rollins, Brock, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Raw, basically, in my opinion, since SmackDown has gone on Fox, Raw has killed SmackDown. I would say the last 2 to 3 months, Raw has been better than SmackDown. Number 2, the women's wrestling evolution, revolution, whatever you want to call it. Women's wrestling exploding in WWE. That is number 2. And when did it start? And who started it? Well, I'll tell you one thing for damn sure. Stephanie did not. And she had nothing to do with it. Her husband, Triple H, did. He pushed the women in NXT way before the main roster was pushing them in main events of pay-per-views. NXT did it all first. NXT had Bayley, Sasha in one of the best matches I've ever, one of my favorite matches I've ever seen. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And then Bayley, Sasha had a Iron Woman match on a TakeOver. So everything the main roster that has done good with the women, NXT did it first. But women's wrestling really got good. Really got good in WWE in 2014. And they had Becky on the roster. They had Becky, Sasha, Bayley, Charlotte, Paige, Emma. I think AJ Lee, I think, was still there until after WrestleMania 31, I think. So the women's wrestling revolution exploded in the WWE in 2014 and definitely in August and October 2015 when Asuka came to NXT. Then it just went up another level, the women's division. And I know Asuka started in NXT, but I'm still saying when Asuka came to NXT, you knew that Triple H was dedicated to making the women's division great in NXT and the main roster, or try to, on the main roster. Vince has kind of crushed some of the main roster's women and building them up. He's kind of crushed what Triple H built in NXT with them. Number one of my top 20 moments of the decade in wrestling. Number one is AEW on TNT. AEW debuts on TNT October 2nd. Of course, that was 3 months ago now. 3 months ago. AEW on TNT. And the debut is my number one of my top 20 moments of the decade. I'll be back. This was part 2. I will be back with a mentions video of some of my other biggest moments of the decade in wrestling. I will be back either Thursday or Friday with a mentions video of some big moments, in my opinion, that happened in the decade. One of them will be CM Punk's pipe bomb, and a lot others. So I hope you enjoyed this top 20 part 2, 10-1. Bye for now, everybody. Enjoy NXT and AEW.